Hello. Welcome back to the Taste of Science stage at IFT First. I'm Jasmine Cooper with IFT. Up next, we welcome Grain Processing Corporation, located at booth 2332. For more than 80 years, Grain Processing Corporation has provided superior grain-based products and exceptional service to brands worldwide. Please join me in welcoming our presenter, application scientist Georgia Ackley.
Great. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining me. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Faba protein. So for most formulators, the challenge with better for you nutrition isn't just the application itself, but it's creating a clean, approachable sensory profile so consumers will keep coming back for more. Today I'm going to walk you through the data-backed sensory evidence that shows how GPC's Faba protein concentrate delivers on something that most plant protein concentrates struggle with: flavor. You'll also get a chance to try for yourself in our high-protein non-dipper. I'm Georgia Ackley. I've been an application scientist with GPC for about 6 years. GPC has been a producer of corn-based specialty ingredients for more than 80 years, but recently we've taken cues from the market demands and expanded into the specialty milling space with several soy and pulse ingredients to meet the changing needs of our customers. With a background in food science, I work with our applications team and focus on ingredient functionality and formulation development in the bakery, snack, and improved nutrition applications. A priority of ours is helping our customers use our ingredients to their full potential, so I'm excited to talk to you today about our new Faba protein ingredient. As you can see on the shelves at the grocery store or even on the show floor today in the many delicious demos, protein continues to be a global trend. Research from Innova Insights shows that 3 in 5 global consumers say they're intentionally including more protein in their diets. That means that tens of millions of consumers are intentionally including more protein, and they're actively seeking it across many different formats. That demand is translating directly into innovation, with new food and beverage launches up more than 30%. We see it showing up not just in bars and shakes, but in familiar foods like bakery, pasta, tortillas, and even snacks like chips, popcorn, or Pop-Tarts. What's especially relevant here is the rise in bean-based and legume-driven products. As consumers seek out more natural, plant-forward sources of protein, options in this space continue to grow, highlighting a clear opportunity for ingredients that can deliver protein in approachable everyday formats. However, what consumers are experiencing is that not all plant-forward protein solutions deliver the experience that they expect. Even as consumers prioritize products containing protein and better-for-you claims, taste is still king. Looking again at Innova Consumer Research, flavor is one of the top purchase drivers for both dairy alternatives and meat substitutes. At the same time, 33% of consumers say that taste and texture are what's stopping them from purchasing plant-based products more often. This is where many plant proteins today fall short. Across different studies, categories, and consumer groups, the message on taste is remarkably consistent. The Food Industry Association found that fewer than half of grocery shoppers are even willing to try plant-based alternatives. So before we ever get to repeat purchase, impression of taste is already a limiting trial. Focusing on people who have purchased plant proteins, Mintel found that taste is the #1 reason they don't buy these products more often. These are consumers who want protein, but they're not fully satisfied with what's available. In dairy-free products, Nectar found that 60% of consumers strongly agree that taste is the primary driver of purchasing decisions. Behind every one of these statistics is a real consumer experience. To really understand our customers' experiences with plant protein, we asked consumers to share in their own words their experiences. We conducted an unmoderated video study using VoxPopMe and generated dozens of responses. The feedback is very unscripted and unfiltered, but it demonstrates the real challenges that consumers are facing.
Actually like pea protein, usually very chewy, aftertaste lingers in your mouth and has a more of like a dry taste that kind of wicks the moisture.
So for me, the pea protein kind of tastes a bit earthy, kind of like it's coming from the ground a bit. I do taste that.
So I actually tried a product that had pea protein in it, and I did not like it. I did not like the aftertaste of it. I didn't like the gratiness of it, how it felt in my mouth. It wasn't a really good experience.
To me, they just taste like I don't know, like dirt, like earth, like grass you pull up. They're really earthy tasting.
The most specific issue that I have encountered with pea protein, which is plant-based protein, is just overall the taste quality.
I do not care for plant protein, but I do consume it for dietary reasons. I feel like it's very gritty. The texture is just off. I don't like it. As much as I like a milk protein, a dairy protein.
And it tastes horrible. I did not like it. And that's because I've been looking for different protein alternatives that are plant-based and they're high in protein, but definitely did not like the texture or the taste.
They can have a slightly bitter taste to them. Again, the texture really isn't my favorite. Kind of depends on the product. But they can also have like this weird chalky aftertaste.
It tastes like granulated cardboard a lot of the time, so it gives me a bad impact on taste and ruins my enjoyment.
All right. So these videos highlight a clear opportunity for some improvement in plant protein ingredients. GPC's solution is our new Pureteen Faba protein concentrate. Pureteen is designed to meet the needs of both sides of the challenge, delivering a great taste that consumers expect while providing formulators with a protein that's easy to work with and can meet labeling expectations to easily improve nutrition in many applications. This type of real consumer feedback reinforces the value of Pureteen and why we're so excited for you to experience it today. It's a plant-based protein that delivers on taste while also enabling a significant protein increase in many applications. Pureteen Faba protein concentrate delivers value on multiple levels. It's minimally processed as we avoid any chemical extraction. It has a naturally mild flavor profile that integrates easily across applications. It's supported by a North American supply chain without the extended lead times of proteins sourced from across an ocean. It's plant-based and allergen-friendly, making it an option for people following a variety of diets. And it has both protein and fiber to deliver a nutritional advantage beyond just one. When working with better-for-you ingredients designed to meet the nutritional profile of food products shine, the composition of the ingredient is key. Pureteen Faba protein concentrate typically delivers 60 to 70% protein on a dry basis and 15% fiber. This dual combination of protein and fiber allows formulators to enhance both nutrients without sourcing two different ingredients. Pureteen is highly versatile and can be used to easily achieve 5 to more than 15 grams of protein per serving in a wide variety of applications. Bagels, pizza crust, muffins, crackers, and extruded snacks are all examples of applications that we've seen success in so far. GPC has also published trial formulas on these formulations to share with your customers and to provide product development teams a good starting point. Right. The sample that we have for you today, that most of you may have already tried, is our high-protein non-dipper featuring Pureteen. We developed this product to contain 14 grams of protein per serving, which is 27% of the daily value and enough for a high-protein claim. It also contains 3 grams of fiber per serving, which is enough for a good source of fiber claim. So the addition of the Faba protein increases the protein by 8 grams per serving compared to a control non without Faba. Made with only one protein ingredient and very minimal adjustments to the formulation, we've also specifically left out any garlic or other seasonings to really let the flavor of the Faba shine. To get an objective perspective and see how our Faba protein stacks up against other ingredients, we conducted a blinded sensory study at Michigan State University with 100 participants. Muffins containing our Faba protein were evaluated against both pea protein concentrate and whey protein concentrate at the same level. And we used standard hedonic and intensity scales to do full statistical analysis and get some results. This reinforced what we already knew. Our Faba protein tastes good. When compared to pea protein concentrate, Pureteen Faba protein concentrate scored significantly higher in overall liking, flavor liking, and aftertaste liking. Just as important, it showed significantly lower intensity of off flavors, beany, and bitter notes. This shows a direct competitive advantage over one of the leading plant-based ingredients. Pure Faba protein concentrate can be a direct alternative to pea protein concentrate in applications that need improved flavor. When compared to whey protein concentrate, Pure demonstrated no significant differences across sensory attributes like beany, bitter, and off-flavor intensity, as well as aftertaste and flavor liking. This tells us that Faba protein can compete with an animal-derived protein, which are often considered the gold standard, which is a really meaningful milestone for a plant-based protein. This brings us to the opportunity. In the same study, we asked participants about their current opinions on plant proteins and their willingness to try new protein sources. 80% of participants were open or extremely open to trying new proteins, while 2/3 were unfamiliar with Faba. Almost none of them had a negative perception of it. This represents an invitation. Consumers are looking for products with added protein that still taste good, and they're willing to try new proteins to achieve that goal. Compared to what we heard in the video earlier, we were very excited to read some of the comments from our panelists in this study. The positive results were echoed by these direct quotes from our panelists. They described the muffins made with Faba protein as pleasantly sweet and mild, with a nice chew and a moist texture, even mentioning that they would buy it regularly. By contrast, feedback on the muffins containing pea protein included descriptions like bitter, dry, earthy, and musty, with several mentioning that it was their least favorite of the options. GPC's Pure Faba protein concentrate is a plant protein that delivers on taste while also being a great option for significantly boosting protein. Pure meets the formulator's demand for an ingredient that's easy to work with and meets labeling expectations for clean label and allergen-friendly ingredients. Thank you all for your time today. I hope you enjoyed the sample, and we'd love to continue the conversation about flavor and how Faba protein can work in your next product. GPC's booth is just down the aisle here at 2332. And we have some more samples with our Faba protein, including a high-protein, high-fiber pizza crust and a pulse-based snack mix. I'll be around in the back if anyone has any questions afterwards, but thank you.
Thank you, Georgia, and thank you again to GPC. Again, their booth is at 2332. Stop by there to learn more about today's products and concepts. And thank you all for joining us. Enjoy the rest of IFT First.